Last fall, when we set out to do a theme garden that was called the Allium garden, we even had doubts ourselves about how attractive a garden that's dedicated only to plants in the genus containing garlic and onions. We wondered how attractive that could be, but look how diverse this foliage is. We have small, narrow leaves, wide, strap-like leaves, and take a look at the flowers on this beautiful purple sensation Allium. Now this is an ornamental member of the Allium family. Usually in the garden or vegetable garden, you're used to growing garlic or onions, but these guys are strictly grown for their flowers, and aren't they outstanding in the landscape? That's a color and a texture that's hard to get from any other genus, and so that's why we decided that members of the Allium family would be so interesting to group together. Now when Brenda planted these last year, she grouped several sizes and kinds of rocks around here and separated the groupings of bulbs themselves far enough apart so we could have some structure in the landscape, but also see the differences in their size and form and texture. We've mulched around them with cottonseed hulls, and we feel also that that is a nice contrast. Even the plants that have not gone into bloom yet, and this is giant Allium, are very attractive. Look at that shiny strap-like foliage. Now all of these, as with the garlic and onions, multiplier onions, would be planted in the fall, and so these are the types of things that you would be ordering when you order your Dutch bulbs this fall. Over here we have Allium aflatuence, and it's a little bit lighter color, and I want to mention that these make great cut flowers. They keep for a long time, and the flowers themselves do not smell like onions or garlic. And when you cut the stems, there is a slight garlic or onion odor depending on the species that you're growing. But once that's in the vase, there is no garlic odor because you're not crushing any of the foliage. The flowers themselves just have a light floral scent. What's nice about them is they hold for a long time. This umbel or cluster of flowers will have several that open and then go by, and they'll have a little bitty green collection of seeds just forming, and you'll have many other flowers coming on, so they'll last for several weeks. They're really ideal in the garden or as a cut flower. Now over here we want to mention that some are very tiny, and so if you're buying these, if they're very small to begin with, chances are the plants themselves are not going to be very large. I want you to notice the contrast between the one we just looked at and this very tiny one right here. Now also, they range in bloom times. This is Allium virgunculae, and it's not going to bloom until later this summer, probably not until about July. So there is a wide range of times in which they flower. Now over here with the edibles, I want you to notice we have bunching onions that we planted last fall. They're getting ready to bloom. If you are growing the edible ones for the plants or the parts that you want to eat, you want to snap these off once they begin to bloom so that the energy doesn't go into producing seed. You want all the energy to go into the root system. And then over here we have some red German garlic, and all of these will be harvested, the garlics in general will be harvested probably sometime in late June, and we'll pull those on out. In the fall we'll replace them with some replacement cloves. All around here we wanted an accent, and so we selected annual blue Ageratum as an edging around here. We feel that that's a nice complement to the blues that we have in here. I want you to keep in mind that within the Allium family, not all the flowers are just blue or white. They come in rose color, pink, some are even yellow. So enjoy looking through some of the catalogs and some of the sales brochures that you see at local retail outlets as fall approaches, and think about planting your own Allium garden for next spring.